Hi, do nothing people. I'm not Jeff Warren. My name's Erin Oke, and just want to make sure you can hear and see me. So if Andrew or someone, I could get some confirmation in the chat, that would be great. Hello, can anyone hear me? Yes, Andrew says I see you. So I'm going to take that as a go ahead. Yeah, so I'm not Jeff Warren. Apologies to all of you who wish to see him. I have known Jeff since we were children, so I could perhaps later share some embarrassing stories of him as a teenager. My name is Erin Oke, and I am a meditation teacher, and I am the executive director of the Consciousness Explorers Club. And that's the meditation group that was founded by Jeff 10 years ago. I see Jeff is in the chat, and it's true. I have known him a long time. His mom used to make me craft dinner for lunch. She doesn't anymore, sadly. He's now telling embarrassing stories about me in the chat. Uh-oh, I forgot these things go both ways. So yeah, I met Jeff a million years ago when we were both children, but when I started getting into meditation, he lived down the street from me and was running the Consciousness Explorers Club out of his living room. So I started going there, and eventually it took over my life. I got more and more into meditation, and his approach really helped open the door because, as you all know, since you're tuning in here, it's not too precious, and it's fun and experimental and pluralistic and all of those great things that we love about Jeff. And that's really what got me into meditation. And yeah, I started practicing more and going deeper, and learned a lot about teaching from Jeff. And eventually I decided to quit my job and run the Consciousness Explorers Club, which is a nonprofit, and teach meditation to people. Yeah, so that's how I ended up here. And it's the last Do Nothing project of 2020. So this has been a year. I'm sure that everyone would agree we're kind of happy to see it go even more than ever. Like, I always love a new year, that kind of fresh start. But I think this year especially, it's like, all right, ready to turn that page. So that's what the meditation today is kind of inspired by. We're gonna kind of work on letting go in a really gentle way, easing up, and kind of clearing space for whatever is to come. We don't know what it'll be. You know, this time last year we were like, woohoo, new decade. So excited. And then this year happened. So we're hoping 2021 is going to be better. We don't know, but we can just prepare ourselves for whatever is to come. So that'll be the practice tonight. As you folks know, most of you have been here before. I know there's a great community here in the chat. I see Fred and Tina and Jeff, Mark, Hillary. I saw Sarah and Angie. Some of you folks know me from CEC as well, because we do Monday night sits on Zoom ever since the pandemic starts. So there's a bit of crossover in between these communities. And if you are here in Do Nothing Land and haven't yet checked out the CEC, you can come tomorrow. We're doing a sit and then a holiday party, a Zoom holiday party. And then this weekend, we're actually offering a whole retreat to start off the new year. So this sit is going to be clearing the way for the new year to come. So it'll be a 25-minute sit, and it'll be gently guided. And as always, you're welcome to do your own practice if you just like being here. You're really encouraged to do as little as possible. It's called the Do Nothing Project for a reason. So we'll be doing a very gentle practice that even that gentleness you can ignore. If you want to do even less than that, you're certainly welcome to. Yeah, and then I'll stick around for a bit afterwards and see if there's any chats, questions, or discussion that we can get into. But for now, I'm gonna ring a bell and we're gonna jump into this. It's great to be here with you folks. I'm psyched. I usually hang out in the chat lurking, but never commenting. And now I get to be in front of you all. So thanks for having me. And here we go. So just take a moment wherever you are to just notice. Notice your body. Notice what's in your heart and your mind. If you're carrying any kind of energy, maybe it's been a busy week of holidays. Maybe not so much. Maybe it's been quieter than usual this time of year. Maybe you're tired or hungry or full or wired on sugar from too many baked goods. Whatever you're feeling, just notice. Notice how you're doing right now in this moment. Now I invite you to tune into your breath. And you can just kind of let the in-breath happen on its own. You're not trying to control it or do anything. And just really focus on the exhale. Each exhale has a bit of a release, a settling motion. And for the first few minutes, see if you can just kind of ride that release of the out breath. Kind of slow it down, enjoy it. See if it can bring with it some settling of whatever energy you have. Maybe a little release of whatever tension you're carrying. If the breath feels kind of tricky, as it does for some of us sometimes, you're welcome to focus on another sensation that feels kind of settling, feeling of your seat on the cushion or your feet on the floor. And of course, your attention might be called away elsewhere. A thought pops up, or a discomfort in the body, some emotion. And you can actually just use the out breath, kind of ease up to let that thought slide away if it can, to ease up on that tension, that feeling. You're not pushing away your experience, denying its existence. You're noticing what comes up, what grabs hold of you, and then you're seeing if you can use that exhale to loosen your grip on whatever. That thing may still have a grip on you. Those thoughts, those feelings. You're trying to just ease up your holding onto the experience and let it come and go as it wants. For some of you visually oriented folks, you might associate a color with some of your feelings or thoughts and picture yourself breathing out that green, gooey feeling, that gray, sludgy feeling. Just picture it kind of wafting out of your nostrils off into the night. Just gently paying attention to that out breath, that exhale, and trying to, with it, gently let go, let slide, whatever you'd like to let slide. Maybe you can feel 2020 sort of slipping away with each exhale. Some of those struggles and challenges that so occupied you. Maybe it's a chance to kind of let them have less of a grip on you. Each breath is a chance to ease up. Now I invite you to notice at the end of each out breath, there's a pause. And see if you can hang out a little bit in that pause. Notice its blankness. That's a spot where you can really do nothing. Breath is over, the next one hasn't arrived yet. There's that clean slate. And it's there at the end of each out breath. Again, if the breath is a tricky practice for you, you can find that blankness in other parts of your body. You can seek out what actually just feels neutral, like what do my earlobes feel like? What about the back of my knees? What's my hair feel like? And in some of these very quiet spots in the body, you can kind of rest in that blankness and that nothingness. As you sit or lie so still, you might notice that kind of peaceful nothingness occupies a whole lot of your experience. If there's quiet around you and quiet within you, you might have the opposite. It might be loud around you and louder within you, and maybe you can just contact that quiet just right for a millisecond at the end of the out breath. And that's enough. We're just looking to notice those moments of rest, of quiet, of that blank nothing where nothing's happening and nothing needs to happen. It's okay just as it is. Again, things may start calling your attention. Siren goes by the window. Hear the voices of neighbors. Maybe you're starting to get restless. Your foot's asleep. You can notice those things and see if by sitting and paying attention to them, you can notice also the space around them, space where they emerge from and disappear into. And if not, there's always that pause at the end of the out breath. For the last few minutes here, as usual, we'll turn to a loving kindness practice, something that generates a bit of positive intention. I figured since we've been kind of letting go of what we want to let go of and hanging out in that blank nothingness, for the loving kindness, we can choose what we want to invite in. So for yourself, what would you like to open up to? Could be a word or a feeling that comes to mind. You can picture yourself breathing that in. Love or hope or patience or health. What would you like to invite into your life for this year that's coming? If that seems cheesy, you can choose to invite in less cheesiness in the future. Now you might bring to mind some of your closest people, your loved ones, friends, family, kids, and pets, and community that you cherish. And send some of those intentions, what you hope for their year to hold. Peace, happiness, resilience, healing. Now, just because we can, because there's no one here to stop us, you can send some of those intentions out as far as you can, across the world, to all you people in Do Nothing Land, to the other planets that are somehow aligning, to all the ocean critters and sky critters, land critters. And wish for their prosperity, their wisdom, their health. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for having me on this final do nothing of 2020. What a year it's been. And thanks to Jeff for inviting me, and to Andrew and Lily for holding it down, and the other members of the Do Nothing team and the Jeff Warren team, Milen and Lauren. Yeah, Sarah's saying during meditation where the guidance suggests breathing out unwanted emotions and energy, I feel a little bad about putting that out into the universe. Can others pick it up? Any advice on that? Yeah, I've heard that before as well. I mean, always with guidance, it's like what works for you, great, at least with our approach around here, and what doesn't. Yeah, I don't share those bad feelings, and I really think the universe can take it. It's kind of like putting a drop into the ocean or something like that. It's like it dissipates into the space is what I picture. That it's not like it flies out and flies up somebody else's nose. It's not COVID. It's not aerosolated or anything. That's how I picture it. If it doesn't work for you, I get it. It's these are imaginative things, and what tweaks my imagination may not tweak yours. Thanks everyone for the kind words, and yeah, Melissa enjoyed the different spaces of nothingness. Yeah, I like that too. I like kind of tuning into the neutral places. Sometimes sometimes we're like trying to find rest or relaxation, but the neutrality can be really nice. Let's see. Yeah, some other people liked getting rid of the kind of more negative stuff, or just stuff you want to get rid of. Hillary's asking what time our CEC sits on Mondays. They are 7:30 Eastern time. Oh, good, Sarah. You like that breathing out, and it kind of dissipates into the universe, and the universe can handle it. Cool. Diana, my breath end was a warm box of comfort. That's a lovely turn of phrase. And yeah, agreed that I really love that end of the out breath. I'm someone that finds breath work sometimes really challenging, and it's really tied up with anxiety and difficult emotions. But kind of letting the inhale, which is that kind of energizing bit, happen on its own, and focusing on the exhale and or that space at the bottom of the breath, that really works for me as a breath challenged meditator. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's great. Thanks for having me. Great to see you folks. If you're able to tune in, Andrew put in the link for tomorrow's CEC sit. The theme is Bring Your Own Buddha, and it's also BYOB for our after meditation Zoom holiday party. So whatever that means to you, you're definitely welcome to tune in there. And yeah, if you're able to join us for our retreat this weekend, we're going to have a whole weekend of practices around what we want to cultivate in the new year. All the CEC teachers are taking in a different session. Jeff Warren will be there, and I'll be there, and a bunch of our other teachers. So you can seek us out if you like. And yeah, enjoy. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Bye.